Welcome everyone to our Yin Yoga class. My name is Tammy. Nice to see you. Beginning our class, we slide back to our mat and we turn our body. So it'll be on the side of our body so we can lie down. Lie down on our back and let your body rest here. We do a head to toe check. Our knees may be bent, toes flat down towards the floor. With the head to toe check, checking in how you are feeling physically, mentally. We let our bodies become still. Place one hand onto your belly, one hand onto your chest. Our focus for our class is digestion. Just letting your body be still here. Your hand on your belly. You can start to notice the rise and fall. You may close your eyes. With the inhale breath, we open. Opening your belly, your chest up towards the sky. Exhale, releasing, fall. Inhale, opening up, front of our body, sides of our body, back of our body. Exhale, release. Continue on to focus on your breath. Taking notice any kind of movement in through the belly and the insides. With the inhale breath, your belly lifts, pushes against your hand. We open up our eyes. Take your hands, palms down towards the ground. Take your hands a little bit further away from the body with the hands down towards the ground. Feet wider than the hips. And windshield wiper, knees side to side. Turn your head the opposite way of your knees. A little movement through our spine. Lovely twist. Things moving. And coming back to the center. Step your right foot, left foot in towards the center. Take your right knee, then left knee in towards the chest for cradle and hold. Draw the knees in towards the belly, your chest, and draw down. Nice compression in towards the front of our body, opening up through our pelvis. Close your eyes. This is cradle. Again, breathing. feel the push of your belly, your chest against your legs. You may start to hear different sounds into the intestines. With the exhale breath, we let our body soften in towards the ground. Coming out of cradle, we come into legs up, arms up. You can bend through the knees here slightly, and then we'll point and flex the hands and the feet. Nice little transition for us. And we hold. Our next pose will be supported bridge. Take your right foot and left foot down towards the ground. With supported bridge, you can hold a block between your knees and a block underneath of your sacrum. So setting yourself up, you can just roll over to the side and get whatever props that you do need. You can also use a pillow between the knees or a pillow underneath of your sacrum. Finding what will work for you. I'll use my phone blocks. And when you're coming into supported bridge, you always are looking up towards the sky. So with that set up, see if you can touch your heels with your fingertips. I'll place my block underneath of my sacrum. Just however you like. When you hold a block between your knees or a pillow between your knees, it'll help to take pressure off of the lower back. Now feel the front of your body opening a little bit more here towards the sky. You may have your palms turned up towards the sky or palms down towards the ground. You may close your eyes. Turn inwards to your breath. Again, feeling the rise and fall of your belly, your chest. Feel the opening into the sides of the body. An even breath. Find control. Exhale breath being longer than the inhale breath. Making our way out of the supported bridge, moving the block underneath of your sacrum. And did anyone drop their block between their knees? Almost did. It's coming into that nice state of nidra. Now, take right knee and left knee in towards the chest and hold. Back into cradle. And then right foot, left foot down towards the ground. Come to figure four. We cross our right ankle over top of the left knee. You may hold here, or wrapping your hands around the left leg, threading the needle, and then hold. Just finding what will work for you. Close your eyes. Let the leg dangle. Left foot dangles. But the foot is flat down towards the ground. Coming out of threading the needle, and then cross your right ankle, and then crossing your left ankle over the right knee. The right foot could be flat down towards the ground, or threading the needle by taking your right hand, hand around the right leg. We let our right leg dangle, letting it dangle down. With yin yoga, we let go. Our body just letting it sink in towards the ground. Turn to our breath. Here we're stretching into the other side of our hip. Breathing into those tight areas. Exhale, letting them go. Are you letting the right foot dangle? How is your breath? Coming out of threading the needle, figure 4, we take our right foot down if it isn't already. And pressing the left ankle from the right knee and hold, taking the feet wider than the hips again for windshield wiper knees. So hands down towards the ground and windshield wiper knees, side to side. You can turn your head the opposite way with your legs again. Come back to center. Step your right foot, left in towards the center, and then take right knee, left knee in towards the chest for the legs, and then legs up the wall. We point and flex our feet. And hold the feet flexed, take your knees into the chest, right foot, left foot down towards the ground, right arm overhead, and then we roll over to the right side to fetal, and we make our way up. Come to all fours. In all fours here, wag your tail. Lots of little transitions through our poses here. And holding all fours, step forward with the right hand, left hand into downward facing dog. Our next pose is dragon pose. Your head hangs, three-legged dog. We take our right leg up towards the sky, bend to the knee and step onto the outside of the right wrist. I'll show you an option for this if you like. So here you may hold with your knee off the ground, or the knee can come down towards the ground. Our fingers, you're holding the mat, pressing down with your finger pads. You may also come down to the forearms. Now, an option for this pose here could be sitting on a chair, crossing your ankle over the knee. Or another option, if you like, I can show you that too, would be sitting on your bottom, crossing your right ankle over the left knee like this. Or just what we did when we were lying on our back for figure 4, threading the needle. So this lovely stretch into the outside of the right hip. Nice big opening. Again, all around our pelvis. Help start getting movement, your digestive system working. Let your pelvis sink in towards the ground. Let your head hang. Slowly coming out of dragon, you may come to all fours or back to downward facing dog. Three-legged dog, left leg lifts for three-legged dog, bend the knee and step onto the outside of the left wrist. Okay, holding dragon. Remember your options too. Take the knee down towards the ground. gripping the mat with your finger pads or forearms come down. Now this nice big opening onto the left side of our pelvis. Breathe into that tight area. Let your pelvis sink into the ground. Let your head hang. How are your shoulders? Let them go. Coming out of dragon, coming back to downward facing dog or all fours, and then everyone to all fours. Our next pose is Sphinx pose. We come down towards our forearms and onto the front of our body, uncurl the toes. Now with Sphinx, we lift up through our heart, draw your shoulders down towards the ground. If Sphinx doesn't work for you for, shoulders or anything that, maybe we have different things going on too with our elbows, you can lie on your belly and slide on the front of our body in prone, and then just let your head rest here with your cheek resting on the ground. Or Sphinx, we draw our heart up. Your shoulders are drawn away from the ears. Our head hangs. We press down. You may press down with the tops of your feet, elongating through our spine. We breathe. Let your neck muscles go. Let your head hang. The important part about this pose is that compression into our intestines. Coming out of Sphinx by lying completely flat on the front of your body, turning your right cheek down on the mat, arms by the side of our body. And coming out of Shavasana on the front of our body, take your arms, your elbows underneath the shoulders again for Sphinx and draw up. Bring the toes down towards the ground. We'll just do a little massage here. So forward and back movement, back and forth. Front of our body, little massage, help ground us and release. Coming back into child's pose. Now child's pose, you can come into puppy pose too, or child's pose. The knees may be forward. You may have your knees turned out to the side and then fold. Your arms could be forward or back, or puppy pose, a big step forward here. And then draw some up to your heart. Draw your forearms down. Draw your heart down towards the ground. Forehead coming down. Your hips are above your knees. Your toes can be down towards the ground too. That helps for knees. If this pose does not work for you for your knees, you can lie on the side of your body or come back onto your back for cradle. Now we breathe. Coming out of child's pose or puppy pose, you can come to all fours and toes come back towards the ground, and you can hold here for a moment and then sitting on the side of your body for our next pose for shoelace. Shoelace, your right leg will come over top of the left leg. The goal is to have your knees stacked over top of each other. If this doesn't work for you, you have your left leg out straight out, and then the right ankle can cross over top of the left knee. You can have a support underneath of the right knee here, a little cushion, and then hold that way. You may hold onto the ankles for shoelace. Now we've done twists, compressions. We've elongated, lengthened through the front of our body, the back of our body. More to come. So let us just settle into shoelace. We may add a forward fold too, to add a little bit of a compression to the front of our body. You don't have to. You can remain upright here with our eyes closed. And we hold. We breathe. Here's a nice time to breathe into our armpits. Think of your breath not only coming forward, but coming up, breathing into the armpits. Breathing into the sides, breathing into the back. Our core, our center, opening, filling up like a balloon. For shoelace, we are stretching in through the right side of our hip. Feel your body soften with the exhale breath. Feel your shoulders start to let go. You may tip your chin down. Coming out of shoelace and crossing the legs nice and slow. We take our time. You may do a windshield wiper through the knees, so taking the knees wider than the hips again, as we've previously done. Windshield wiper, knees side to side. Into the other side for shoelace. The right leg may be extended out straight, and then the left ankle is crossing over top. And you can place supports underneath of the left knee. Couple pillows, one pillow, two pillows, seeing what's going to work for you. You can have both knees bent, and then having the left knee over top of the right knee is the goal. You may hold on to the ankles. Finding stillness, we close our eyes. You can come out of stillness if you want, and then add a forward fold. That's even more deeper stretch in through the left side of your pelvis. And breathe. Our shoulders soften. We use our exhale breath to let our body soften. Coming to the end of shoelace, we slowly release, uncross. You may do the windshield wiper of the knees again. That's your choice. And center, take your legs long, and then do a little shake, 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 shake. This is really good for your body to do this. Shake, 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 shake. It's good for your bones, I should say. And then release. Into dragonfly. We sit in a V. Now, before you come completely into stillness, we need props. So you could use a bolster, you can use pillows stacked on top of each other. So we'll set ourselves up. So you're getting your props, whatever ones that you need, and we'll place it right between our inner thighs in towards the groin. I could even have a nice pillow over top of my bolster here too. We add the forward fold. You do not have to if you don't want to. With an inhale, we sit up. With an exhale, fold forward. My forehead is going to come down towards the ground. I will rest it onto my hands. You can rest it onto a block, your pillow. Find where it's easy for you to be able to breathe. We let our body sink. And finding stillness. If it's still difficult for you to breathe, you can always turn your cheek and let it rest too. Feel this nice compression through the front of her body, the opening up into her back, the lengthening through her hamstrings. Let go of your shoulders. Let go of your lower back. Let go of your hamstrings. Okay, now dragonfly, we make our way out. Slowly we rise. You may bend your knees. Release, taking your props over to the side. Our next pose will be lying on our back. So having your props just pushed away enough. Rolling over to your back. Taking your right knee and left knee in towards the chest first. Give yourself a little squeeze. And right foot, left foot coming down towards the ground into banana pose. Legs come out long, straight out on the ground. We walk our heels over to the left corner of our mat and notice if the right hip is literally lifting off the ground when you do that. So you may want to come out of the walk a little bit more. So just take your heels back towards the center more. Then upper body walking over to the left corner. And again, notice the right hip. Is it lifting? Are you able to have length through both sides of the body, or do you notice your waist getting squished? If so, just come out of the pose a little bit. Now our next part, take your arms overhead. Your arms could be wide. You may hold on to your hands, or you may hold on to opposite elbows. Sometimes it's nice just to feel your elbows down towards the ground. So you're taking your arms flatter. You may cross your right ankle over top of the left ankle. Close your eyes. This is a stretch right into the right side of our body. Opening all the way up from the bottom of our ankle to our armpit. We breathe into the right side of our body. Notice how tightly you're holding onto your arms or your hands. Just let them go, being gentle. Making your way out of Anasana. You may uncross the ankles. You may release your arms, the upper body coming back towards the center. Your legs walking back towards the center. And walking your legs over to the other corner. Upper body walking over to other corner. Arms again, they may come overhead. You can have your arms wide, your arms flat down towards the ground, or you can hold onto your hands or opposite elbows. You may cross your left ankle over top of the right ankle. Are you long through both sides of the body? Long through the waist? Continue to think about length, elongating, opening. Making our way out of Banana Asana and crossing your ankles, releasing your hands and bringing your arms back down to the side with your upper body coming back towards the center. Legs coming back towards the center. Bending to the right knee and the left knee. Taking the right knee, left knee in towards the chest and hold. Let your pelvis soften into the ground. Use your breath to help with the exhale breath. Feel your body soften, melt, let go. Our final pose, Shavasana. You may lie on your back. Your knees could be bent or legs straight. You may come into a seated position, even lying on the side of your body too. Finding what you would like to do. If you need to do any other movement before Shavasana, please do. It's always good to cover your body with something warm too. So if you have a blanket, you can use it to cover your body. Finding stillness. We close our eyes. Feel our eye sockets heavy. Our facial muscles relax. Our lips part. Our neck muscles soften. Shoulders let go. Arms release. Pelvis melt. Legs soften. Feet let go. Our mind wanders. I will call you back when it is time. Slowly coming back. You may hear sounds around you. You may notice the surface you're lying on. Wiggle your toes and your fingers. Maybe a little shift through the body. If you're lying on your back, you can bend the right knee and then the left knee. And taking the right arm overhead, you can roll over to right side to fetal. Then making your way up to a comfortable seated position. You can have your hips higher than the knees. Resting on a block. You could roll up your mat. Placing your hands to your heart center. Thank you so much for joining me and sharing your practice. Have a wonderful sleep as we move forward. Namaste.